Hi, my name is Teresa Bates, and today I want to encourage you in your faith. The last time I came on, I was a little nervous, had a lot on my mind, and I began talking about prayer for the children. And we prayed. But the thing I really want to bring attention to about that was, although prayer was taken out of schools, you can send your child to school covered in prayer. Our children should know who they are, and they should know that God is with them and that He loves them, that He'll never leave them nor forsake them. And the only way they can know that is if we teach them. I want to share a passage today out of the Bible, John chapter 1. Beginning with verse 1. The Word became flesh. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by Him, and without Him was not anything made that was made. In Him was life, and the life was the light of men. The light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. There was a man sent from God whose name was John. The same came for a witness, to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. He was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of that light. That was a true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. And this is the verse I want you to pay special attention to. Verse 10. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. He came unto his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believed on his name, which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. And the Word was made flesh, and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory. The glory is of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. John bore witness of him, and cried, saying, This was he of whom I spake. He that cometh after me is preferred before me, for he was before me. And of his fullness have all we received, and grace for grace. For the law was given by Moses, but grace and truth came by Jesus Christ. No man hath seen God at any time. The only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father, he hath declared him. The only thing our children can know is what we teach them, as I said. He was in the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. It's so easy to miss what's important right in your face. You can be in a situation and not realize what's really going on. God made us for himself. We're his workmanship, created by him and for him. He wants us to show forth his praises and be a witness, to tell others about him. Jesus declared his Father. He made him known. He finished his work. He hung, bled, suffered, and died, came back alive, and went back to heaven. Gave us his Spirit, those that received him by believing that he died for us. But then, the Spirit that he gave us a work to do. Now we're to make him known. Once you know him, you should make him known. I wrote a little book. I wanted to share this little book with you all again. I know I put it up before. The Caterpillar That Knew It Was Born to Fly. And what came to my heart when the Lord put this in my heart was how a caterpillar is crawling around on the ground, but it has high expectations that one day it'll fly. And I thought about how we as God's children were created to fly high, to do exploits, do exceedingly abundantly above all we can even ask, think, or imagine, because his Spirit lives in us. But you got to get to know him, to know that you were created to do great things. You got to get to know him, to know that greater is he that's in you than he is in this world. You've got to get to know him, to be able to continue to Walk by faith and not by sight. Not letting the enemy destroy you from the inside out with low self-esteem and fear and intimidation, but being built up in your faith in who he is and who you are. He came into his own, and his own knew him not. You need to know him. Once you know Jesus, then you get to know who you are. You know that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, that you're the apple of his eye, that you're his designer original. You're unique. Nobody can beat you being you. And he has great plans for you. He wants you to be a blessing to this world, make an impact, be a great influence, be a leader, not a follower. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Don't lean to your own understanding, but in all your ways, acknowledge him. He'll direct your path. And I pray that as this school year goes on, and not even just for people who are in school, but I pray that this year, that we will be able to rise above all the things that are going on around us and soar like an eagle, mount up with those wings and do exploits. Be all that God created you to be. Be a blessing, and don't forget where you came from. I pray that God will bless you and increase you and strengthen you, cover and keep you. May his face shine upon you, and may he give you his peace. God bless you until we see each other again. Keep me in your prayers, and I'll be praying for you that we all can do what he created us to do. Amen.